Welcome back, everyone, to the deep dive. Today, we're doing something a bit different, something really quite wholesome. We're jumping into a physical book series. Remember those? We're talking about the Shrimp Boat. It's this collection that just proves some of the best stuff is still, printed on paper. A real charming escape, I think.
Absolutely. And for this deep dive, we're grabbing well, total classic from their Recipes from Home volume. We're focusing today on honey wheat bread, which sounds simple, right? But the Shrimp Boat gives it this almost story-like quality. It's a taste of tradition, for sure.
Right. So our mission today is like uncovering that simple joy, the history, and maybe a bit of that silly, goofy charm that these books nail so well.
Exactly. The charm is a big part of it.
Okay, so let's talk about the series, The Shrimp Boat. It's not just, some recipe you find online. This is a whole world put together by the folks at the 46th Place, and the titles. They've got things like Shrimpin' Ain't Easy
Yes.
and Spread M. I mean, seriously, the names alone just make you smile, don't they?
They really do.
Yeah.
It immediately tells you something, right?
Yeah, it creates this whole vibe, this sort of quirky, endearing coastal world where food is clearly, central to everything.
And it's fascinating how those titles work. They're like little hooks hinting at this bigger, fun coastal culture. It's pretty clear it's more than just recipes. It's like an invitation into a whole way of life full of personality. And all through these, beautifully printed books, tangible things.
So central to that world, for today anyway, is this honey wheat bread. What makes it so good? I think it's that wholesome flavor, but with that subtle sweetness.
Right. It hits that perfect balance. It feels rustic, simple, but then you get that lovely hint of honey. It's just a really solid foundational kind of recipe presented really well in the book.
Okay, so what goes into it? What are the key ingredients here?
Well, they're wonderfully straightforward, which is probably why it's so well loved. You've got 3 cups of whole wheat flour, then 1 cup of bread flour that gives it structure, 1½ teaspoons of salt, 2¼ teaspoons of active dry yeast. That's the magic part, that makes it rise.
Right, the living stuff.
Exactly. Then 2 tablespoons of honey, 1½ cups of warm water, got to be warm for the yeast, and 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. Just simple, honest ingredients, really.
Okay, so you've got your ingredients. Turn back into this amazing loaf. What are the key steps?
Right. So first up, you combine your flours and salt, pretty standard. Then in another bowl, mix the warm water and honey and sprinkle the yeast over top. You let that sit for maybe 5–10 minutes until it gets all foamy. That shows the yeast is active and ready to go.
Ah, okay. Proofing the yeast.
Then you basically mix the wet stuff into the dry stuff. And that leads to, well, what a lot of people think is the best part, kneading the dough. You'll want to knead it on a lightly floured surface for, say, about 10 minutes. You're aiming for smooth and elastic. That kneading is so important, it develops the gluten, which gives the bread its structure, that nice chew.
I love that part. Getting your hands all floury, really connecting with it.
Exactly. It's very tactile.
Yeah.
Okay, so after kneading, the dough needs to rise. It gets 2 rises, actually. First one is about an hour, somewhere warm, until it's doubled in size. Then you gently punch it down, shape it into a loaf, put it in your pan, and let it rise again for maybe 30 minutes.
Got it. 2 rises.
Yep. And then finally, baking time. It goes into the oven at 350 Fahrenheit, that's 175 Celsius, for about 30 to 35 minutes. You'll know it's done when it's beautifully golden brown. And your whole kitchen smells absolutely incredible, that fresh bread smell. Oh, it's the best.
Definitely. And what's great here, thinking about the Shrimp Boat context, is how it feels like more than just, following instructions. It feels like you're taking part in this timeless tradition. This bread really seems to embody that care and connection.
It really does. It showcases the power of these classic recipes, especially when they're presented with such unique personality, like in these books. And the bread itself, those sort of sweet and nutty notes, it makes it so versatile.
Oh, totally. Great for toast in the morning or for sandwiches at lunch. It's easy to see why it would be a family favorite.
Absolutely. A real crowd pleaser.
So as we kind of wrap up this really fun deep dive into the Shrimp Boat's recipes from home, we really hope you feel inspired to maybe try baking it yourself. That whole journey, flour-dusted hands, the waiting, the amazing smell, and then that reward of a fresh loaf. It's quite something.
It is. And I think the bigger takeaway here, looking at this simple recipe from this charming book series, is how much comfort and connection is often just baked right into our everyday traditions. What the Shrimp Boat does so well is package that classic comfort inside this really distinct kind of whimsical narrative. It reminds us that sometimes the best traditions have a bit of lovely eccentricity to them, especially when they're tangible, like these books are.
That's a great point. So maybe a thought for you listening. What humble, everyday recipes from home are hiding in your life? Maybe in an old cookbook or on a stained recipe card. What stories, what comfort, what maybe even silly, goofy charm might be waiting in there for your own deep dive? Go on, take a look.